I always forgot to take them off. Hi. I'm going to do some channeling. Hopefully, there's something that moves you, touches you, or reminds you of something else, maybe. And if you like them, you can follow along on YouTube videos. Okay. There is only a small amount of work to be done by humans such as you. You have done much of the evolving in your spiritual, non-physical time. There's really no other way to put this. Each human being is living up to their best potential, we would say. You're doing all the best that you can with what you've got yourself in the middle of. Now that sounds like it needs a little bit of explaining. Why are we speaking of this? We are speaking of a certain human part of you that wishes to judge the progress of one another. It is very difficult for you to do such a thing sitting in a human perspective, you see. If you were to do that in non-physical, you see, you would all be exactly the same. Now, this is hard to understand as human beings. It doesn't make any sense to you. You spend all of your time judging. You should do this, you should do that, and you, and you, and you, and you, and I, and I, and I, and I should do this, should do that. A lot of your time there is spent, you see, judging behavior and thought patterns. It creates a great amount of distance between you and the others. When you are coming from this place of judging, it is from a place of hurt. And then your ego takes hold of the hurt, you see, and turns it into, revenge or some sort of nasty bit of business. Your ego is truly not your friend. So it takes a small amount of damage and turns it into a big, huge thing, you see, and causes repercussions, and you behave like that, and they respond like this. It makes a big mess, really. So, this amount of judging that is going on, although it is the human way, it makes your life more difficult than it needs to be. And since you are only a human, how is it you are going to be different? Why are we even discussing this if you are a hopeless case? Of course, it's to draw your attention to it. It's to remind you of your highest nature. It's to remind you of your true calling, which is allowing love to flow into you and out of you, and therefore touching on the others. It's to remind you of who you truly wish to be. We are only here to remind you always of what you know already, so you can run with that if you like. You are valuable and important and precious, and each moment you spend in love is a moment spent in peace and contentedness for you. You know this very well, don't you? You know when you are sitting in love, because you have a little smile on your face. You feel contented. You feel at ease with your body, with your life, with your surroundings. You know when you are off balance. You're a little bit uncomfortable. So, we will remind you again that you are able to achieve complete alignment with you and your source. You can get into alignment. When you are in this place, there is no room for ego, anger, sadness, none of it. It is a peaceful, gentle place. You feel relaxed and one. Then you see, when you enter into a conversation, whether it be difficult or easy, you will be coming from a loving, balanced place, and the conversation will go much better. Pointing the fingers doesn't go over very well with you humans. As you each know, you don't like it. You don't like to receive it. You like to do it, which is funny. You like to do it, but you don't like to receive it. So perhaps it's not really a good thing to be doing. So instead of the finger pointing, maybe that time could be spent sitting quietly, listening to the birds, listening to the raindrops perhaps, sitting quietly and waiting for a thought to go by, and straining a little bit in your ear to hear what it is. Try to reach it. It's very close to you. Try a little harder, and see if you can hear what it is the universe is whispering in your ear. We'll bet it's about love, that you are much loved, that you are precious, that you are needed, that you are valuable. We bet it will be something along those lines. It's always whispering that kind of thing. So just take a moment and listen. And don't shoot anybody today, yourself or them. Just sit in your happy little space, your little place of love. Ah, doesn't that feel comfortable for you? Isn't that a lovely place to be? There is much love here for you. Namaste. That's pretty sweet. No more shitting.